This year marks hip-hop's 50th anniversary, and here in Toronto, we credit neighborhoods like Rexdale and Malvern as being the birthplaces of Canadian hip-hop. But one dance studio chose to set up shop in an unlikely part of the city. Their goal? To bring the history and culture of hip-hop back to the downtown core.
Yeah.
Aaron Aquino-Annobil grew up here in Rexdale's Mount Olive Silverstone Jamestown neighborhood, where he first started hip-hop dancing. This year, with his wife and co-owner Nicole Rosove, he opened Run the Flex, a studio in Rosedale Moore Park. From Rexdale to Rosedale, they want to make hip-hop dancing accessible to more Torontonians.
I'd want dance to become the next jogging. So a lot of people back in the days used to think that jogging was meant for athletes and Olympians to get ready for competitions and such. But now it's become so normalized to just jog, right? I want to bring the culture of what we did, especially what I had from learning about hip hop, from like my love of hip hop, which technically did start here, and bring that to Rosedale.
Aquino-Annobil says Yonge and Davenport has historically been a central part of Toronto's hip-hop scene. It's where the Masonic Temple is located, a historic concert hall known to host jams, parties, and rap battles. But over the decades, this neighborhood has seen an increase in condos and commercial buildings that's transformed the hip-hop scene downtown. Expert Mark Campbell says that's why hip-hop clubs had to move to Toronto's East End, as well as Pickering, Brampton, and Mississauga.
Hip-hop has been pushed out of the city along with many of the working class and middle class racialized groups who are either starting families or trying to find lower rents. I would call the downtown Toronto hip-hop scene sparse and disconnected.
A key part of Run the Flex's philosophy is to teach students about the history and creators behind their dance moves.
It's important to keep those stories alive because they came from somewhere. How are we going to move forward if we can't move 10 steps back and learn of the culture and the rawness that it came from?
The lessons incorporate local history specific to Toronto, too.
When we curated our faculty, we were really intentional about finding people who really knew what they were talking about. These are people that have really studied things like threading, gliding, tutting, moves that are local to Toronto, but they've also gone out in the world and absorbed other cultures.
Aquino-Annobil says sharing knowledge about hip-hop's culture also means reinforcing its community values.
Especially within the culture of hip-hop and with crews, the idea of like, you're responsible for everyone in your crew, like everyone is a family. And that was one thing growing up in this neighborhood, it was like for me, a lot of it was like family oriented. So I want to bring that aspect, especially within hip hop, into our clientele, letting them know that's like, you're entering Run the Flex, you're entering our family, you're entering our community, but we got your back no matter what.
Signing off, I'm Anita Li of the Green Line reporting with City News.